Outdoors here. This is day 2 of the 2023-2024 hunting season. I forgot my camera, so you're not going to get a whole lot of footage for this, probably just this clip. And then any down deer is supposed to start walking out of here right at shooting time, closing, so should see some stuff in about an hour and a half or so. Alright, first video hunt in a while. I'm by myself today. I'm in a woodlot area. I was trying to find a stand that my uncle hunted out of a few days ago, but I don't think I'm far enough down for it. So we're just going to sit where we are and live with it. And we'll just see what happens. Alright guys, Lightning Outdoors here. I'm hunting the same stand I hunted the first time this year, just on the other side of the dam. It's overlooking the lake, which is right behind me. So there's a trail going right in front of me, and then they'll use that and they'll walk down to get water. If I shoot at anything, it's going to be a heck of a time hauling it out. So Lightning Outdoors here, day 2 of my solo hunt. I'm in a different spot today. I'm hunting 100 yards from where I normally hunt. I keep seeing deer every time I hunt. They're come out of here. So I'm going to wait here, and hunt here, and see if anything happens. I planned on there being more to duck into, but there's really not anything, so I had to burlap. Just for a quick backup. We're kind of sticking out, but the way it curves, they shouldn't be able to see me until it's too late. Hopefully I see them first. Alright guys, Lightning Outdoors here. I'm doing an early morning to midday hunt because I work tonight. So we're sitting in a stand that my uncle hung. I'm not sure if it's the one where he shot the buck the other day out of or not. But it looks like a pretty good spot to me. So we're just gonna sit here, and I'm gonna give it till about 11. Then I'm gonna head. New week, another hunt. There was a buck at the lake behind me. He was 6 or an 8. He was about 68 to 70 yards out, obstructed. There's literally no way he could have smelt me. He might have seen me, I'm not sure. But he was behind me. But there was something he didn't like because he bailed. So I'm gonna keep watching along this trail, see if he doesn't come up here. Alright guys, I got a buck down. He died where I could see him. This is not the bolt I killed him with. I put a backup one in him after he was on the ground, just out of respect for the animal to ensure he died quickly. He was still moving a little bit, so I finished him off. My shot was a little high. Turns out the bolt I shot him with, the light's broken, so it's somewhere that way. But I'll put a picture in here later. Alright guys, Lightning Outdoors here. We're back in the spot where I shot the buck the other night. Turns out the coyotes haven't even been in here yet, because I don't know how well you can see it, but the gut pile's still over there. So the yotes haven't even been in here. I don't know if that's good or bad. The lake's starting to freeze up, so we'll just have to see what happens. Alright guys, Lightning Outdoors here. I haven't filmed a whole lot of this hunting season, but I've taken 2 deer so far. I am currently sitting where I have shot 2 deer. One this year, one a couple years ago. I haven't hunted deer that long, so that's half of my hunts, or half of my kills. The wind is blowing to my left. It is stronger in the field in inside the trees. It's not very strong. It's diluted by the branches. So, I think should be able to see some out of there. Saw 3 here the other night. We had a cold snap last night. Warmed up today. Should see something. There's a doe right out there. And I got one down right over there. I did it. I shot a deer. I shot a deer. She's not huge. I'm gonna go put another arrow in her just to make sure she goes down well. Actually, we'll let her sit for a moment. But I actually got one. I actually shot a deer. I shot one alone, entirely. I'll recap the story later. Alright guys, let me indoors here. Back in the spot where I shot the buck. It's just me today. Probably should start checking out some other spots. But not an optimal wind. But we'll make it work. I tend to be pretty good at that. So I'm gonna shut up and see what happens. Alright guys. I'm indoors here. I did shoot one. Quick recap. I had one big one. I had 2 walk through. Couldn't get a shot off. I had one come in after them from a different down over there. Can't really see it, it's dark, but and she was big. I think she might have been an antlered doe. So she would have been a nice trophy, but couldn't get her to stop with a shot opportunity. Then when she did stop, finally, she was smelling me and looking at me square in the face. I'm down here, right? There's the opening. There's my cedar tree, I think. It should be down here somewhere. Yep, right there. And then I had on and off, some moving in, some not. Then I had these pair of does walk in and popped the second one in the group. Like I was saying, then the second one just stood there for a good long while after I shot the first one. And I could have shot her too if I really wanted to. Wouldn't have taken any effort. Like, I even whistled at her and everything. She didn't even move. Could have walked not that far from her and just taken her. But she was no bigger than the first one. The first one was pretty small. And then Spike came through. Being honest, he was smaller than the does. So, figured that wouldn't be a good usage of my tag. So I'm going to get 2 buck tags for archery a year. I didn't want to fill one on a Spike. So, we let him walk with the second doe walk and a bunch of others. But my shooting record's better this year. Right indoors, last day of deer season for bucks. Late hairless runs through January, mid-January. But I'm gonna try to get a buck today. Fill out my last buck tag, and I got turkeys gobbling over to my right. But that season ended a month ago, so kind of pointless. hunting again. Found the chest mount. I'm gonna try to get some shooting shots. There's been deer coming out of here. I haven't hunted in a couple of days, so we're just gonna show at this spot. They usually start showing up around 4, about 3-ish. So we'll see what happens. Alright guys, letting you outdoors here. So here's my deer. Probably 80, 90 pounds, something like that. Not super huge. My first shot, I think I hit liver, which I don't like shots like that. My shot it ended up low. And then once, actually a buck, just even have nubs. Yeah, you can see just little nubs. Which in the state where I hunt, this is 100% legal deer for antlerless permits. So, good deer. Third deer I've shot this year. Oh, mallards flying overhead. Lots of mallards flying overhead. This deer, let's see, in this season alone, I've shot more deer than I have in the rest of my life. I've actually got to get more tags. So yeah. Second shot, I came in and I put it a little more towards the shoulder, a little higher up, just to ensure I hit long. So there it is. Ignore the gut pile. This is not for unsensitive audiences. So I'm gonna get them loaded up and gonna head home.